Has there ever been a moment in life when you felt dissatisfied or stuck? You're not alone. Getting out of a rut is hard. In theory, it's just a list of several steps to do, but the reality can be quite different. Taking a step to get over a major hurdle in our lives has a lot of obstacles. One of the biggest barriers is our mindset. We often ruminate and spend a lot of time thinking about taking the next step instead of actually doing it. In the end, we think about how scary the future is, and we stay in our comfort zone, even if it doesn't do us any favors. If you're in a rut right now, there might be a way out for you. It's called the 5-second rule. And it's not the one that says food dropped on the floor is safe to eat if you pick it up within 5 seconds. The 5-second rule works by getting you to jump into action in 5 seconds. Be fearless and follow your instinct. And lastly, control impulsivity. The first two uses encourage you to be brave, but the third rule helps you to keep your impulsive urges in check. A lot of mental health struggles and lack of motivation usually come from overthinking. It only takes 5 seconds for the brain to convince you not to do something. This isn't always a bad thing. Overthinking sometimes protects us from danger, but it can also hinder us from taking a leap of faith. Let's say you want to wake up earlier, so you set your alarm for 6 a.m. the next morning. Morning comes and your alarm goes off. You remember that you need to wake up, but the bed feels so nice. After 10 seconds, you decide to sleep in and that you can always get up earlier tomorrow, which we all know rarely happens. Now, let's see what happens when you don't have time to think about how nice the bed feels. Your alarm goes off, and at the count of 5, you force yourself to get up. You're up and about now, and ready to start your day. When you use the 5-second rule, you just need to count down from 5 to 1 and act on your gut feeling. Thinking too long doesn't help you to get started. You'll just end up overthinking. Now the second use, to be fearless and follow your instinct. Being fearless doesn't always mean being brave and taking risks whenever possible. It's about listening to your values and instincts while working through your fears. It helps you to get out of your fears and push ahead despite your doubts. Let's pretend that you have a fear of public speaking, but you know it's a skill you can highly benefit from. One day there's an opening in an ad to enroll in a free public speaking class if you meet the requirements. With the 5-second rule, you need to get started immediately and sign up for the class, even though you are not comfortable with it. After a few rigorous lessons, you feel relaxed and your fear of public speaking has lowered. The old overthinking you wouldn't have thought about signing up for public speaking classes because you'd think you'd never be able to get over your fears. With the 5-second rule, you're forced to overcome the barriers and avoid hesitation. On the other hand, instead of encouraging action, the last rule helps you to control your impulses. This is super handy if you're prone to reacting hastily. Before doing anything you regret, give yourself 5 seconds to calm yourself down and to think before you act. Spending just a few seconds counting backward can give you the time your brain needed to dismiss the impulse to act rashly. How is this rule so powerful? Scientifically speaking, it uses the prefrontal cortex to challenge patterns. It helps us take control and be more intentional by shifting the brain away from habitual thinking patterns. By challenging our habitual patterns, jumping to action doesn't give us time for our feelings to control our decisions. And if we are impulsive, it gives us the time we need to calm down. This 5-second rule also helps you replace hesitation and doubt, allowing you to form new habits more quickly. It doesn't just happen overnight. Your effort is necessary. Here's what you need to do to put the rule into practice. Stop procrastinating. We usually procrastinate to relieve stress from daunting tasks. By identifying that it's a response to stress, you can stop feeling ashamed about it. Visualize yourself in the future and count down from 5 to 1 before beginning the task you're avoiding. Spend more time on your passions. When you don't have time to wait to make life changes, you can actually begin working towards a specific change. Spending more time on your passions. If you don't know what your passions are, ask yourself these questions. What are you curious about? What do you see in others' lives that you wish you had? Lastly, the 5-second rule can also help you regulate anxiety. Here's what you can do in 5 seconds. 1. Practice gratitude to manage mild anxiety by counting down to 5 and thinking of something you're grateful for. 2. Reframe anxiety as excitement to convince your brain that there's no threat and that there's nothing to worry about. 3. Visualize the future to avoid anxiety. Count down to 5 and imagine something you're excited about in the near future. Whether you're faced with a task you're not excited about, anxious about the future, or just feeling stuck, remember to take a deep breath and count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.